Hey, it's Midnight Raven here, and as you can see, vlogging on my camcorder, but I'm not actually going anywhere. I haven't done a vlog in quite a while. I've been really ill recently for about the last 6 months. I've had a severe ear problem in both ears, where I've been deaf in both sides of my head, which I can tell you is no fun whatsoever. So if you've been watching my channel, you'll see that I haven't done any live streams because I can't hear, which is a shame. I know you don't hear during a live stream, but I like to be able to engage properly and everything, and hearing the sound of my own voice is really hard to do. So if I shout at any point during this, I'm sorry, but I hear like bits of what I'm saying. Basically, the tube in the side of my ear, on both sides of my ear, to my throat is blocked, and it keeps swelling up, and the pain is quite bad. So I've been on a lot of drugs, a lot of bed rest, but I have still been doing videos. I'm just going to wander while I talk, it makes me feel better. I have done a lot of videos recently. If you've been watching my channel, you have seen that I have done my gift box videos, and my creative stuff recently. All for Easter. I do have some Easter card videos which I haven't yet actually brought you. I'm a little bit behind, forgive me. I also have a collab hopefully that's going to come through within the next couple of weeks. I've been busy looking after my fish and my cat and my kids. If you saw on Twitter the other day, if you follow me on Twitter, I did a mini marathon the other day. I actually jogged a mile. My youngest son, who's 11, jogs 2 miles, and my partner did 1.5 miles, all in the aid of fun and fitness and health at my youngest school. It was to raise awareness, to keep healthy and to keep fit, and believe me, it did show me just how unhealthy I really am. But I do have a spinal issue, so for me it was a proud moment to say, look, I may be in pain constantly, but you can push through and actually get to where you want to go. You just have to have a bit of determination, and that for me was my son pushing me and wanting me to keep up with him, which I did for like the first lap, and then I was like, nah, you go ahead. I'll catch up. But I did finish the mile, so kudos to me, and the health crew, Happy Trails Hiking, and the whole fitness challenge thing each month keeps me going with my workouts, and my walking with my Fitbit is going well. I did like 8,000 steps that day. Today is 3,500, which isn't bad. It's like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, so I'm doing really well at the minute with my steps. I missed 2-3 days this month due to illness, where I was on full bed rest, due to the pain in my ear. It makes you lopsided because it can make you a bit off balance, and I felt sick and tired, and I just had enough. It is easing, but it does go from one ear to the other, so which is why you'll see in most of my videos I have a hat. It's for my own peace of mind and my own comfort. But I have redone my fish tank recently. Jack and Zero, the fish, and then we have Fish and Chips, or whatever my son likes to call his fish on a daily basis, because the names do change. Let me show you my fish. So here is the new tank. If you've seen my tank before, we had a pump in the back here that was submerged in the water, but unfortunately it died. So I've got a new pump, which is this fancy pump, which hangs out of the water and it just recirculates it. It's kind of alright, it's kind of dodgy. It was like the one we could afford at the time because it just broke on a weekend and we needed a new one. Because of having 4 fish in there, it needs to circulate that water as regularly as possible. We do still have the air pump, which is the Love Fish pump. I love the company that do this. And we have our bubble pump there. And here are the fishies. Let's see if we can show you the fish. So the little tiddler here, little tiny one here going around, is Zero. He is what we call the runt of the fish, or the guppy, or whatever you want to call the runt of the fish. He was the tiny one, and he still is, unfortunately. He hasn't grown very big. This big boy here is Jack. Jack and Zero are named after characters in The Nightmare Before Christmas, because these two fish were given to me by my son for going to get them and cleaning them every day and sorting the tank. He thought I might as well have a fish in there to clean. So nice of him. And then these two here, the two orange goldfish, or the orange and white, their names change like every day. They originally were Fish and Chips, because we threatened to put them in the frying pan if he didn't look after them. But he has changed them. One was called Orange at one point, one was called Tango, one was called Fish and Chips. My two have stayed the same. I've always had Jack as the big skeleton kind of fish, and Zero as the little tiny runt. The tank itself is looking pretty good. We have a whole new set of plants that I got recently. You would have seen a video of these when I bought them recently in one of my hauls. I went to Pets at Home, Poundland and that. The tunnel itself does get used amazingly. You would not believe my fish's dedication to exercise. It is getting a bit grubby now. I do keep washing it, but the algae and the bacteria on it is actually good for the fish, amazingly. But yeah, so if you'd love to see a video of my fish sometime, I can set it up and they could just go about their daily business and we can see some fish. We could even feed the fish right now. How cool would that be? It's 2 o'clock, which means it's fish feeding time. They should have been fed half hour ago. Should we feed them on camera? I mean, how cool is that? Let me just open the tub. Ooh, a live fish feeding. Are you ready for this? Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Ta-da! There we go. Look, live fish frenzy. Now these fish love their food. They actually come up the corner here about 5-10 minutes before feeding time. They know when their lunch is. They know when their dinner is. I don't know how the fish have a clock, but they do. They know when their feeding time is, and they know just when to start bubbling on the surface to give me the heads up of, oh yeah, I haven't been fed. Their stone air pipe is going to be replaced soon. The pipe itself has gone a bit red, which means it's replacement time. You can get that off Amazon. So, as we're checking on the fish, let's check on the skinny one. Here's Middy. Want to say hello to the friends of YouTube. This is Middy. So if you know Midnight, just a recap. Midnight had a very bad accident last year, where he was attacked by another cat or possibly a fox and viciously mauled and had a cut right on his hiney around about here. He was in so much pain and actually had to have surgery and stitches, and it was all pretty dramatic, and it set me back about 250 quid to get him fixed. But my little skiddy one is well worth it, aren't you, sweetie? Yes. And he was very poorly for a good 3-4 weeks. And everyone on YouTube and Twitter and any social media that was getting updates, he got injured the day, literally 2 days before we were meant to go on holiday. He got injured on the Saturday and we were due to go away on the Monday. Luckily we got him into an emergency op the very same day on the Sunday. He was operated on and we left the next morning, unfortunately. He was well looked after though by my partner's mum and nursed back to health. By the time we got back, he was more vibrant. He didn't like the cone around his head. Couldn't get him to wear that, but he didn't lick it, he didn't play with it, he didn't mess with it. I think he was in that much pain that he didn't really care. But yeah, Middy, say hello. Middy, say hello, sweetie. Don't be rude to the ladies and gentlemen. See, daily grooming. He's a hard done by kitty, aren't you? Midnight is what, 6 now, so he's have a good run in. This is his daily routine: sit, clean, and cost me loads of money. But let's go back to me, the star of the show, although Middy would like to think he's the star of the channel, to be fair. If you've also been watching my channel, I have done loads of Smule. with my Smil friend, Cassie Thomas. I've been doing it with broken cornets. I'd love to do Smil with anybody else. So if you have a Smil account, I know Minx Laura has one, I know Justin Mello has one, I know Jimbo has one, I know Ranjams has one, so anyone out there, check out my Smil account, which is called Hot Midnight Raven. That was a very bad choice. Check out my channel, because I have loads of Smils on there, both from last year and the current year. And if you check on my Smil as well, you will see all my invites. My Smil is linked on the top of my page. There's 3 little things that will say Twitter and Smil, and you can go on there and link. Or you can check out my Smil account by going online and checking out Smil and looking me up. You can see all my duets and all my invites that I've been doing. I have a new tumble dryer which is outside, and next week is going to be a very interesting week. I'm having smoke alarms fitted in my kitchen because we don't have one. The only smoke alarm we have is in our hallway, and apparently that's wrong. The whole fuse box in my house is being ripped out, both top and bottom, and the meter, and then we are having stuff done to our boiler. So next week is going to be possibly one of the busiest weeks of the year. I also don't have internet for like 99% of the day. It's going to be a good 3, 4, 5 hour, maybe more. Hopefully they're doing it in one day. God forbid they have to come back, because I'm busy on the Friday. But the Thursday videos will go up if and when. What I plan to do is on the Wednesday, I plan to upload the videos and have them scheduled so they still go up on time. So do not worry, videos will still go up at around 1, around 3, between 1 and 3, sort of tea time and in the evening. Obviously there'll be no premiere that night because I won't have had time to film anything. What with having the Wi-Fi and the electric turned off all day, because unfortunately you can't electrocute the workmen, apparently. What else? Oh, I had a lucky day. I went to the shop and bought some scratch cards, and I won. I know Minx Laura does scratch cards. I don't do them on camera. Maybe I should. But I bought a £5 scratch card today of the Monopoly ones that Minx loves, and so do I. And guess what, Minxie? 120 quid. Got 20 quid on the Monopoly one. Again, that's like the 3rd time now of 120. I did the cash word bonus. Woo! And I got £3 this way. Not very exciting, but I got 3 quid. And then I did these new £100 loaded ones that are in my shop. And I managed to get £2. So I've won 25 quid today. And I spent 10 quid to get it, so £15 I've made today, so that's not bad. Not a bad morning. Wake up, buy some scratch cards, make 15 quid. So, my channel, as a recap, my channel at the minute has no lives, and at present is not going to. So anyone that keeps asking me, when you live streaming, which I've had for about the last 6 months, it's if and when I feel up to it. My back takes a lot out of me, and trying to sit there for 2 or 3 hours is quite a lot, which is why I want to blog more, so that you can still interact with me. But I can't sit there for 2 or 3 hours, unfortunately, doing a live stream at the minute. The videos on my channel are informative, trivia, hauls, and I want to do some more crafting. A lot of people said that the craft videos I did with the gift boxes was really good. So anyone that watched that, thanks for watching it. What else? I don't know. I want to do a Q&A at some point. I'm like 30 away from 1.5k, so what I might do is do a Q&A for 1.5k. That could be kind of interesting. If you do have any ideas on videos you'd like to see, whether it's craft videos or hauls you'd like to see from shops and that, do comment down below and give me your ideas. If you have ideas for my channel, what I could do, what you'd like to see me do, any song requests for Smil, Basically, I'm an open book. I'd love to do a Q&A. I'd love to do some more hauls. If you have a particular store you'd like to see, Poundland or Primark or somewhere, give me a heads up and I'll quite happily do one of them. I want to try and film another church very soon. I want to try and film the one in Swaffham. It's been really bad weather recently and going out in the cold for me is a no-no. But I'm going to try and do that. There's a lovely walk I want to take you on. I want to take you to loads of other places this summer. I'm so hoping to show you new and exciting places in the world of Raven. This is my channel. I am Raven. This is midnight in Asleep Again. These are my fish. And this has been me. So I hope you enjoyed this vlog. It's not really giving you anything you didn't already know, to be fair, but it does answer a few questions, where I've been, what I've been doing, and just giving you a heads up on my channel. A lot of things are happening in my life right now. My eldest is going to turn 17 soon. He's due to leave college in like 3 months. My youngest is due to leave primary school and go to high school, so that's a big jump. I'm going to start looking to possibly go back to work, which is going to be a triumph in itself if I manage it. I'm going to start looking and putting myself out there, as they say. One thing I did want to mention was I've been watching loads on Netflix while I've been like off sick and everything. And just a couple of programs I've watched recently was the Madeleine McCann investigation. That was like nail biting watching that. So many unanswered questions, so many theories, but hopefully Madeleine's out there somewhere. Another thing I did watch was the BBC series, which was like a 3-4 episode thing, and that was called Three Girls. And that was about 3 British white girls that were sexually groomed by Muslims, and that was a very touchy program that did pull on my heartstrings as well. I watched The Innocent Man, which is about 2 women that were killed, and all the men that were involved in both of those murders were innocent, and the evidence was just atrocious, and they were just pinpointed and picked at random basically. And just scapegoated, and they were all innocent, which is disgusting to think that innocent people are in jail and people that are real criminals are on the streets. I also watched part 2 of Making a Murderer. Oh, nail-biting stuff. I love criminal investigations. And then I watched RuPaul's Drag Race just to cheer myself up after watching pretty much what people would call hard-hitting programs of rape and possible kidnapping and murder. I thought I needed to do something, so I've been watching RuPaul's Drag Race. And then another program I want to watch is called The Staircase, which is another investigation, and it's on Netflix, and it's a true crimes, and it's about a man that came home and found his wife down the bottom of the stairs. And he claims she fell down the stairs, but the evidence shows differently, so I cannot wait to see that. There's quite a lot of stuff I want to watch on YouTube. I want to watch the Ted Bundy tapes. I want to watch the program Isn't It Romantic, which is a comedy film. I want to watch Dirty John, The Truth, and Dirty John, which is the series they've done to go with it, or the film. I believe it's a film or a series. Yeah, it's a season, but there's also the real life Dirty John that goes with it. I watched another good program called Audrey and Daisy. Now that was a really interesting program. That was another true crimes program. Again, it was another documentary. I'd love to watch Bird Box at some point, the film, which I haven't got round to yet. I watched Jimmy Carr's Golden Jokes live program, and I also watched his other one called Funny Business. So Jimmy Carr is a ledge when it comes to comedy. Absolutely love that. There's not a huge amount I want to see on Netflix this month, but what I might do is I might do a Netflix thing each month, and do a recap of everything I've watched and tell you about it if you'd love that, like a kind of mini film review, not giving out any spoilers or anything like that. But I do watch some really random programs on Netflix. My partner watched a program the other day called Love, Sex and Robots. Now, I've watched some freaky stuff in my life, but that topped the bill. If you haven't watched Love, Sex and Robots, and you're easily offended or shocked, don't watch it. Just don't. But if you love anime and weird and out there, and you have a strong stomach for blood and gore and sexual content, then watch Love, Sex and Robots. It's a very weird program. It's about little short stories, but they are and for me, that shocked me that Netflix even did them. But yeah, what I might do is I might do a review each month of everything I've watched on Netflix. So, and then give you a mini review on each of them. If you think that would be some kind of interesting thing, comment down below things that you've watched that you suggest I watch on Netflix. We can have like a Netflix swapping party of ideas of what to watch, because I love to watch really weird things on Netflix. It's mostly crime and horror, but like I said, I watch RuPaul, I watched gardening programs, I'll watch anything really, to be fair. If you can give me a good mini rendition of what the program is, like a mini thing, I will quite happily check out any program, and then I will do a video each month telling you whether I enjoyed the stuff I watched that you recommended, and I'll also do a mini thing of what I watched on Netflix so that we can share some ideas. So that's pretty much the catch up for my channel. If you like this video and want to still be liking and subscribing my channel, give me a big thumbs up, comment down below, like I said, any videos you want to see, any songs you want to hear, anything you think I should watch on Netflix. I only have Netflix and YouTube, so if it's on any other platform I can't watch it because I don't have TV. But yeah, if you want to like and subscribe, big thumbs up, smash that like button, and I'll see you very soon for another video. Take care and thanks for watching. Bye!